I'm here after the Edison Regional. What is your name and what did you pilot?
Hi, I'm Kevin Locascio. I got 22nd at the Edison Regional, and I played Mystic Mind Burn.
Alright, let's get to the profile.
Alright, to start off, we play standard 3 Wabi, 2 Pathfinder, and 3 Shifter. 3 Wabi is your standard to lock them out. Pathfinder is another good way to get to Mystic Mind, but it clogs too much at 3. You don't want to draw multiples, you just want to draw the 1. And then Shifter is really good going second. If you lose the die roll game 1, you want to have a way to stop your opponent from putting up too much board presence, and then you could Mystic Mind them. So that's it, only the 8 monsters. Then we play, of course, the 3 Mystic Mind. And then we play the 4 ways to get to Mystic Mind. 5 ways, actually. And then we play cards to help you get to those Mystic Minds. We play 6 pot cards, 3 Duality, 3 Prosperity. I definitely recommend the Prosperities over the Extravagances because the Prosperities get you a specific piece you need rather than the Extravagances that draw you 2 random cards. Then we also play 3 Dark Ruler No More. You're not going to win every die roll, so you just want as many cards as possible for going second. And Dark Ruler is really good right now, and Dark Ruler plus Mystic Mind just wins you games. Then we play 3 Field Bearer to help protect the Mystic Mind. Some people play 2, which I honestly think it's fine at 2, but I wanted to see it as much as possible to protect the Mystic Mind as quickly as possible. As much as possible. And then I play 3 Cosmic Cyclone. I main Cosmic Cyclone mainly to help me with the Brave Token matchup, or like the Flunder matchup with like the Continuous Spell, or to get rid of the Equip, or basically just get rid of any random problematic cards.
Alright.
I then play 1 copy of Left Arm. I was playing this card at multiples, but I really like it at 1 because it ends up becoming any name of any spell card you need. And it's really only good after you lock them down because this card is very susceptible to hand traps, so you don't want to get this card ashed and lose your entire hand and possibly just lose the game from there.
Makes sense.
Then I play the 1 Goddess. This card is really good and really bad. I play the 1 because if you see multiples, it does absolutely nothing. And the logic is if you have your lock, you really shouldn't need Goddess. But Goddess is also really, really good to have to really, really help you. So that's why I play the 1 and nothing more. Then you play your win condition to Cauldron. I prefer the 2 over the 1. I know a lot of people playing 1. I like the 2 because sometimes if they get rid of the 1, you want the other. Or there's some situations where 2 comes up. I didn't want to play Final Countdown because Final Countdown won the game too late. It won the game in 10 turns as opposed to 7 with the Cauldron.
Alright.
Then for the counter traps, I play in the main 3 Dark Red and 3 Judgment. Your standard 6 spell trap card negates. You want to protect mine, you want to protect your Cauldron, you want to basically just protect your setup and burn them from there.
Alright.
So that's the main deck. It's a 41 card main deck.
Alright.
On to the extra deck that really doesn't matter, but there's kind of a purpose for everything. So I never obviously summoned any of these, but the purpose of most of my extra deck is for basically to get monsters that if they then give me tokens or give me monsters, I have ways to get rid of them. So Barricade Board Blocker, if it ever comes up, does Recycle a Field Spell, which is nice, but it's really like 2+ effect monsters, so it can really get rid of anything. Space Insulator is just 2 monsters, so if they give me a monster, I can then just summon another monster and link it away and put it into these. Link Karibo is mainly for the Dino matchup. If they give me like a Dino token or any kind of token, I have Link Spider, and I also have Phoenix, so I need to get rid of any back row. And then 3 Entis was just for in case I ran into a Maximus and I need to get rid of a negate. But the extra deck could honestly be whatever you want, really. The only cards I really think are mandatory are the Link Karibos and the Link Spiders. Other than that, you can really get away with playing whatever you want.
Noted.
And then for the side deck, I played 3 Lava Golem and 2 Santa Claus.
How did you feel about the Santa Claus over the Spear mode?
So the Santa Claus was really good because my idea was I just wanted more ways to get rid of Masquerade. A lot of times my opponent would establish Masquerade while I had Cauldron on field, and Cauldron's effect to put a token on it mandatory activates. So if they then establish Masquerade, I'm taking 600 while my opponents are burning as well. So I just wanted more ways to just see outs to Masquerade, and I thought Santa Claus was the best bet. It's also good because you can summon multiple on your opponent's side of the field. It's not a Kaiju where Kaijus you can only control one. And it never really came up. My one friend was saying that it may come up because it's a light against Despia, but it really never came up that it was a light. It was just a really good, like, another 1 tribute card just to get rid of boards. Same thing with Lava Golem. If they put up a big board, I can just Lava Golem and Mystic Mine them. Then for the rest of the monsters, I played 2 Amano Iwata. I was going to play 3. I'm very happy I didn't. This card's really good against like Flunder and like Sword Soul, Sword Soul, and also really good against big boards. I can just summon this into a big board, activate Mystic Mine, and then just lock them out, and this goes to my hand. There was a situation today against a Sword Soul player. He made me go first. I activated Mystic Mine, activated this. He sets a monster, passes to destroy Mystic Mine, and he didn't realize that this just stays in the field. And since this just stayed in the field, Sword Soul really has no way to out this card if it stays on the field. So I ended up winning that game by literally just sitting on an Amano Iwata.
That's insane.
Happens against Flunder too. Basically any decks that need like a lot of effects to resolve, I'll slide these in going first or second because it's just a really good body to have. I then played 2 Mystical Space Typhoon. I've seen more ways to get rid of like anti-spell or any other, continuous spells or traps like the Flundereeze field spell or Flundereeze continuous spell. Or like when the Sword Soul deck sides an anti-spell, they really don't side and negate. So I can just destroy the anti-spell and then bait out their 2900 attack synchro, the one that banishes a spell or trap card, and then put up mine. It came up quite a bit. I like the MST over like the Twin Twister or something because I never really want to discard a card, and I like main Cosmic Cyclone, so I see another like 1-for-1 in the deck.
Fair enough, that makes a lot of sense.
I'm actually playing 1 Prohibition.
Now, how was the singular Prohibition?
This card was probably the best card in my deck. I want to play more. I don't know what I cut for it. I was actually considering cutting this card completely for the 3rd Amano Iwata, but this card way overperformed. Like in the Sword Soul matchup, I called Circle because Heavenly Dragon Circle destroyed me game 1 because it tributes for cost. Or I actually called Ryza the Mega Monarch in the Flunder matchup, so he couldn't activate the trap card, tributing a bunch of my cards because I knew he had Ryza in hand to then tribute my whole board away. It's also really good, if you see off the Goddess, they have like Cosmic Cyclone, or they have like a Twin Twister, you can then just call that, lock them out. One of the rounds I called like Twin Twisters, and then I like got rid of his other back row with another card I also play on my side deck, and it kind of just locks your opponent out. The card's really, really good. I play 3 Cursed Seal. This card is also phenomenal. Basically, I side this in when I side Dark Rulers out, side these in when I know I'm going first. And this card also overperforms. It got rid of like a Twin Twister, it's got rid of a Cosmic Cyclone, just got rid of so many just back row removal cards, and because it's a counter trap, I basically get rid of that card. I do get rid of that card for the whole duel, and they can't really do much about it. And then a card that was kind of my tech card in the side deck that I didn't see a lot of people who were playing this deck play was Unending Nightmare. This card's really, really good. For those of you that don't know what this card does, it's once per chain, not once per turn. I can pay 1,000 life points, destroy a face-up spell or trap card. So I sided this in mainly for like the Striker matchup, or like an Eldritch matchup, or like it was really good in like the Flunderies matchup. It's also really good against the Brave token equip, because they go to re-equip, I just pay another 1,000, destroy it, and get rid of it permanently. And this is really good. It also came up where sometimes if they like go to Cosmic my field spell, I could Unending Nightmare my field barrier. So then I'm not completely locked out of my field spell if I have like a Demise of the Land or like a Metaverse set. That happened once. I did that with Cosmic Cyclone too. I Cosmic my own field barrier just so I didn't lock myself out. And I had a Metaverse set. So I was able to play through that. And this is also good at getting... sometimes I'll then destroy itself. Like if I need back room, if I need more back row space, I just pay 1,000 to destroy itself. And it clears up back row space for me to set up my counter traps or some of the other continuous spells for the lock. So that's the deck. 41 in the main, 15 extra, 15 side. Tournament was pretty good overall. I went 6-2. And I did pretty good. I lost the Flunderies deck. That deck's just this deck's hardest matchup. There's really not much you can do about it. And then my other loss was to Earth Machine, where I bricked super hard game 3. And I wasn't able to do anything. But I actually ended up playing 9 different decks. So if you're afraid of this deck's matchup against this thing, this deck can beat a wide range of decks. I literally played, you know, all your meta decks. I even played like Rogue, like Dinos. I played against Agents. Beat that. I beat Despia. I beat Sword Soul. So yeah, I beat a wide variety of decks. And I honestly think with how good Mystic Mine is right now, that this is a very good choice for the format. It's also really, really cheap. Like you can get away with playing extravagances instead of prosperities. It's, you know, not ideal obviously, but you can get away with playing, and the rest of the deck is literally like, you know, pennies on the dollar to like play the rest of it. But overall, it was a pretty good experience. I got my invite with this deck, so I was very happy. And before we head out, I just want to give some shout-outs. Shout out to the cameraman, Barry. Shout out to Team Playmakers. Shout out to my friend Ethan, who drove us there, and he got his first, he got his invite at his first ever regional. He just squeaked in with, at 47th. He was the highest X3. But shout out to everyone on Team Playmakers. Shout out to Adam Flores, greatest team captain. Shout out to my locals, Tier 1 Games. They're very, very good locals up in North Jersey. To just play and test. It's a very competitive local. And that's it.
All right. Congrats on the X2 finish, bro.
Thank you.